Hi, I'm Greg Scott, author of Bullseye Breach, an IT security educational book disguised as a thriller about how Russian criminals invade the IT network of fictional retailer Bullseye stores to steal 40 million credit card numbers. In this mini seminar, I'll teach you how to spot spam emails crafted to make your life miserable, and that should save you lots of agony both at home and at work. Spam is one of the most popular attack vectors these days. Don't become a victim. In the wake of the 2016 presidential elections, it's too bad people like former Whitehouse Chief of Staff John Podesta and former Secretary of State Colin Powell and other top U.S. leaders keep falling for this stuff. John Podesta apparently fell for an emailer similar to this and clicked on the change password link. And once he gave his password to the Russians, his private emails ended up on WikiLeaks for the whole world to ridicule. And now, John wants Congress to investigate. Hey John, just look in the mirror. Don't blame the Russians for trying. Blame yourself for falling for it. The same goes for Colin Powell and others. If you're a national leader, you should know better. The scheme that nailed Colin Powell and John Podesta and the Democrats was more sophisticated than most, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to find it. When John clicked on that link in the email, he ended up on a website similar to this one. Now look closely at that URL. What's wrong with it? Notice it's not myaccount.google.com. Look closer. See the .tk at the end? That's a site using the top-level domain assigned to the country of Tokelau, a tiny island near New Zealand that makes money renting domain names in its assigned .tk top-level domain namespace. John Podesta didn't go to Google. He went to a site pretending to be Google, and he fed his password to the Russians. Nobody hacked anything. It was all a con job. Here's another one that wants me to believe it came from UPS. You make the call. Real or fake? Yeah, it's probably fake. Look where that click here link really points. Does anyone really think this came from eBay? Probably not. Hover over that link and it looks, well, fishy. Here's one designed to look like a popular home remodeling retailer. Would anybody buy windows from this outfit? Here's another one pretending to come from your bank. Don't click on the link. It doesn't go to your bank. And an oldie but goodie, a fake Amazon email. A TV station in San Diego recently ran a breathless story about a new scam from Amazon. Stop the presses! Okay, I know they don't have presses on TV, but look at the date on this sample. It's from 2007. Yes, I've been collecting this stuff for a long time. You'd think TV news producers would be more current about current events. Here's a variation on our Nigerian prince. This one was from 2006, and apparently he's now serving with the U.S. military, or at least he was then. Just give this guy your bank account number and he'll park millions of dollars in your bank account. Do people really still fall for this stuff? Here's a more recent one and a little bit more sophisticated. I'm still waiting on my latest order. I'm attaching details. Just open it up and look. Now, let's say you do customer service for a company with lots of customers and you see an email like this. What do? Would you open the attachment? I hope not. This one made me laugh. Why did I receive this subpoena today? What is this stuff about? What did I ever do to you? I don't even know you. And then the last line, just to get your blood boiling. The thing about these schemes are they're every bit as much about psychology as technology. But apparently lots of people today lose their brains because it's over the internet. Did somebody named Paula Marsh really send this? Let's find out. We can find out where this email really came from by looking at the email header. All emails have headers, and they have a treasure trove of information if you know where to look. If you drive a car, there's some basic safety things you should know. If you use tools, there's some basic safety things you should know. Well, today in the 21st century, you should also know some basic safety things about the internet, and being aware of email headers is one of them. Don't hide behind ignorance. In modern versions of Microsoft Outlook, click File, Properties, and to look at the email header. The interface is different with other programs. Anyway, it looks like this one came from IP address 95.240.47.228. Notice where I highlighted the slide, it also shows us a reverse DNS name for that IP address, which gives us a huge clue where it really came from. But let's say we didn't have that huge clue. How would we find out who that IP address is assigned to? This is another basic safety internet thing everyone should know about. Do a Whois lookup. There are lots of websites that look up information in the Whois database. This one's as good as any. So tell me, whois.com, where does this IP address 95.240.47.228 come from? Turns out it comes from an ISP in Italy, and it probably belongs to a compromised home computer. There is probably somebody sitting at home in Italy trying to figure out why their internet connection was so slow. And of course, the reason the internet connection was so slow was their computer in Italy was blasting spam emails around the world trying to con you into opening a malware-infested file that might scramble all your important documents unless you pay a ransom for the secret key to unscramble it all. I'll do another mini seminar about ransomware later. And that's what happens when everyone's connected to everyone else. Don't fall for it. Finally, I need to leave you with a warning. Buy your copy of Bullseye Breach today, but don't start reading until a Friday afternoon, because once you start, you won't be able to put it down. And this gives you the whole weekend to recover from jet lag after you're up all night reading. And if you like what you read, please leave me a nice review on Amazon and on all the other online review sites. Authors use these reviews to build credibility so we can keep writing. And thanks for putting up with my amateur narration.